Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Gaia Force Gaming, and we have a local gameplay video from Cool Comics and Games in Cape Coral, Florida. It is me on the left playing Beelstarmon versus Gavin on the right playing Black War Greymon X with the black base. So he is showcasing a version of the build that Mario's Gaming World kind of showed off with the like Doru Greymon line going up into the Black War Greymon as the boss monster. And he is trying that out for our locals. We're doing BT11 proxy to practice for nationals at our locals. And yeah, I open up with the Eismon, and he just opens up double Tamer Yuji in the back. I do swing with jamming. Not really jamming, but as everyone who plays Eismon knows, Eismon has secret jamming. Just doesn't die to security. And he does get this great setup. He's got another Tamer back there, so he's going to gain a ton of memory, draw a ton of cards. But here I go with my army of Eismon, swinging in, hopefully to get some good chip damage in before he can get too much setup going. Look at him already. He's 6 memory, lots of cards in hand, and he's at the level 4. He gave it blocker retal. He's going to go into the Metal Greymon. Can't Digivolve or pop anything. Then he drew the X antibody, of course. That's always how it goes. Here he's just deciding what to go into. He is going to swing with the Gaomon, adding 2 sources, just a ton of, and of course right into the Kaitis Breath. So he's going to, oh, he realized he did not have the protection Greymon under it, which is rough. Did put the Gaomon in trash and then realize, whoops, that doesn't go in trash. I think he grabs on the next turn, but he's just, understandably a little frustrated. I do remember him grabbing it at some point though, because it did go to hand. And that really just turned the tide of the game. And it's going to be a little rough for him to get back going. Unfortunate that he didn't have any protection sources, so he wasn't able to even add any with the double Tamer. And here I just swing, and then resolve my effects and swing for game. So that is game 1. As you can see, without that protection, man, you could just get blown out by good security. Sometimes that's what you got to rely on with Beelstar, and that's not necessarily the worst thing. So here we are shuffling up for game 2. I believe he's going to go second for this game. Usually they make you go first when you're playing Beelstar. Completely understandable. And we're all shuffled up and getting ready to start the next game. So I do think Black War Greymon has some good merits to it, but I think overall the red base is going to be more consistent. I think, spoilers, Gavin did switch back to the red base after playing it this week. He just wanted to try it out just to see what it did. There's a lot of merit, guys, in playing a deck that you're curious about, even if you don't plan on playing the deck, just to learn how it plays, to help you play against it. That's why I play so many different decks at locals, is to give me an opportunity to see how these decks work so that I know what to do when I'm faced against them in bigger tournaments. And that's what Gavin was doing here, which is a great idea. Because I do think we're going to see some people play the black base at nationals. There are some people who are believers and really think it's a good way to go, and I don't think they're wrong. I think it's got its merits. Overall, if I were to play it though, I would be playing the red base. So in this game so far, kind of an awkward start for both of us. He does have good setup with the Tamers, which is always great to see in these kind of decks. He does have the X antibody already, but he just needed to put that under the draw of the card because he's trying to dig for, I believe, a level 4 here. And he does just end up going into that Greymon. And then he does swing and evolve into the Dorugreymon, which it'll be protected by its own effect as well as others, which is pretty strong. And he's putting a source under with the effect and using the UG. Put another source under, and then he actually decides not to do that. So he does swing over the promote. I do drop that Howling Crusher into trash. Here we are going to see the Eismon swing. He does die this time, letting me fill up my trash a little bit more. Got a few more options in there. That thing is protected, which is rough, by its own effect. There's a reason he's at 1. It's a great card. So I do drop the Matashita. I believe this is the first week I was trying this out. These are some older videos, so I do apologize if I don't have the best frame of reference looking back. Right here, Gavin is going to go into the Black Wargreymon X. I believe he's swinging and evolving with X Antibody. Placing a piece under. He's got just a ton of great effects. 2k, and then Security +1 is another Gabumon. Then he reboots and trashes a Calling. I'm going to promote up, gain a memory, draw a card, because it is a Gabumon, and that Mat Tamer does help you. I got my own little Yuji. And then we are going to evolve into the Eismon Scatter Mode. We do play the Beels just to Howling Crusher. It removes everything but the X Antibody. I'm just trying to set up a play where I can perhaps take it down or maybe get lucky with security here. Just trying to play around, play to my outs. That stack on board needs to go away, and you know, when it's protected like that, you got to get rid of it twice with Beelstar. But him at the top here, only the one. He can only add 1 source, so he's going to have to choose wisely. He does decide to develop a second stack instead of swinging and going into that source. He does D-Digivolve and kill that, so I mill 2 for my egg, and it's 2 more scatter modes. And then here we're just thinking, we're doing our best here. He does end up swinging into the security, attaching underneath, hitting the Gazimon. Let me know in the comments while we have this little dead space what you guys think about Black Wargreymon X with the black base. Like I said earlier, I don't think it's bad. I do think it has a lot of good merits. The setup is a lot better, but is the payoff worth it? Here I do just get a Death X for 2, which is huge for me because it'll wipe board completely, putting me back in the game. I was in a pretty bad position. And then I do just Nailbone 4/7. Just Gazimon, just trying to do my best to go as wide as possible. And set up a board that he has to deal with. Between the Death X and just 3 bodies in general, it's a pretty big hill to climb. I'm hoping that it's enough to get me through what I need to get through. He does just hard slam the Dorugreymon, the Dex Dorugreymon. I'm sorry, I think I said earlier that those are Dorugreymons. They're the level 5 X Antibody ones, and he does just get killed at the end of the turn by Death X, and we do swing, resolve these effects, swing Death X. He did pop the body so that he was safe for this turn. I draw and discard, but I do. Yep, he does just scoop it up there. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord in the link in the description to play our events on Mondays and win some cool prizes and help us test for Nats. And if you're going to Nats, I keep saying this, but please come find me, say hi, let's take a picture, let's hang out. I don't know how much free time we will have, but let's at least say hi, shake hands, kiss babies, you know, all that good stuff. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.